you feel about where your team is right now and the way you wrapped up the season going into this weekend?
I feel good where we are right now. I think towards the end of the season we had a couple injuries and we weren't playing quite as well, but we've been putting in some good practice, and I think we're looking forward to the weekend and thinking we're going to be playing pretty well and back on our game.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. All right.
Do you feel as good about where you are right now as you did at this point last year when y'all made the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think the body of work this season overall, we've had a better season. I feel like we're happier with our doubles in general. I think, again, we had a couple injuries at the end of the season. I think that that's a big thing to carry. Going in, potentially down an extra point, it affects your doubles lineup too, maybe 2 points. It only takes 4 points to win this thing, to win a match. So I feel like we're going to have everybody back, and I think the team is really looking forward to it. We've had a great season, had a great SEC season. So I think we're looking forward with a lot of hope, and I think we'd love to get through this weekend and get on to Wake Forest.
Somebody like Hadley, a senior, what's she meant to this program?
Hadley's been great. I mean, she's had a great year. She's been asked to step up. She's played anywhere between 1 and 3 this year, and last year she's playing more 4 or 5-ish. So, and playing one doubles. So, as someone who came into this program as a walk-on and has worked her way up, done everything we've asked her to do, has been a leader this year as our lone senior. So, we couldn't have asked anything more from Hadley.
Is there one player that you're kind of looking at to be the leader of this team throughout the tournament?
It depends. Each week we have somebody else that tends to step up. I mean, we've had different people clinch matches for us. We've had people grow throughout the season. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them stepped up to sort of lead at any particular match, and maybe for the next match it would be somebody else. So everybody's a fighter on this team, and anyone can take on that load.
And what does the week look like leading up to the first round?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a hot weekend. It looks like it's going to be in the mid-90s, so we're going to try not to tax them, but also work the way we need to work so that we're going to be competitive. We got a few things that we need to do. We're going to talk a little bit about how we're looking to go into these matches. We've got Quinnipiac in the first round, so got to get prepared for them, and then whoever we have in the next one, we'll hopefully be ready for.
And how mentally fresh are they right now?
I think they're good. We took, after the SEC season, we took a whole week off. So they got to kind of get their feet underneath them. The SEC season is brutal. You're going every weekend, and then you're back in school. They've had exams, but they're wrapping those up now, so we should be in pretty good shape by the weekend for sure.
What kind of impact has the freshman Megan had? She's had a great season, and how big was that for you guys to have her step in and play the way she has?
Well, she's been superb. Jeff and I have been calling her Steely Meg, just because she's got this sort of steady competitive spirit about her that isn't real overt, but she never goes away. And she's had to grow. I mean, this is her first SEC season. In our first match against Central Florida, she had some struggles, and we were looking at her wondering if she was going to make it through. And not only has she made it through, she's really stepped up as one of our toughest competitors for sure.
Is there anybody else that sort of surprised you or really stepped up that's made a big impact other than the people you expected?
Well, Rachel wasn't in the lineup last year in singles for most of the time anyway, and she's always been a pretty good doubles player, but I mean, having her go through the season barely losing any matches, that's been huge for us. And she's also been very much an on-court leader, kind of gets the energy going, real assertive with her energy. She's been a surprise. Not that we didn't know she had it in her, but the fact that she just stepped in and took that role was big for us. And I'd say Paige has been a big factor in the sense that she wasn't in the lineup in February, and we had a girl go down. Sylvia went down with a knee injury, needed surgery on her knee, and she slipped right into that role and had a remarkable season. So a lot of people have stepped up in individual ways to help this team move forward.
Was Paige hurt early in the year, or was it just a matter of you had people playing better at that time? Or
she wasn't really playing that well at the beginning of the year, and we kind of were telling her to kind of hang in there. Something's going to happen, something may happen, and you're going to get your chance. And She wasn't really playing that well in the fall, and she's fighting with some confidence, but I think that really got her thinking about how much she wanted to play. As soon as she got in, she just, she really had this sort of vibrant spirit about her, and she was willing to go the distance in matches. So that really helped her in a way.
Yeah. How big has it been for you guys to have Hadley be able, like you said, she played 4, 5, and 6 last year, and now she's a top of the order player. How big was that, and what kind of impact did that have on just the whole lineup? I guess that made you a lot stronger having a player step up and take that role, right?
Right. So she was an automatic win for the most part last year in the lower part of the lineup, and to get into the top half of the lineup and perform the way she's done is a testament to what hard work can do, and as an example to the rest of the team. But beyond that, she's a great kid and a great leader and great with the girls, and really keeps the spirit moving in the right direction. So good, again, couldn't ask for anything more.
What part of her game allowed her to do that, to make that leap as a player, and she's beaten a lot of ranked players?
Well, I think she had all the tools in her game, quite frankly, for the most part. Some of the technical things needed to be worked on and still need to be worked on, quite frankly, but she was able to, with all of the tools that she had, that's her strength. I mean, she's not a one-dimensional player. She can slice, she can roll the ball, she can come in. So putting all that together always takes a little bit longer in a player. There's someone who relies on a single stroke or a hard forehand. She just had to get the whole package put together and understand how it could be effective against her opponents, and that's what she's really, as a senior, it's all kind of, her game's kind of rounded out. More of like an old school type of player, I'd say, more multidimensional.
Right. Looking back at the start of the season, are y'all about where you thought you would be at this point?
It's hard to say where we thought. We were really focusing on what we were bringing to the table every week, and I think that's, our goal was to host again, and our goal is to continue to do better in the tournament. But we got to get through the weekend. Again, I think we have more of a present focus. We look at goals as sort of, they guide us, but we don't focus on them every day. We focus on what's in front of us from day to day.